Hi guys, another brilliant start. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I've said many times, if you want me to make a video about anything, even if it's not about weight loss or surgeries or, as I have been lately, what it's like in Melbourne through ISO, I'll make them. You just got to ask. So my little friend Shantell has asked me to make a video about my skincare routine, and I do have very good skin for someone my age, so I guess that's why she's asking. She figures I must be doing something right. I'm 52. This is my skin. Full disclosure, I do have makeup on, but I normally try to keep my makeup very natural looking. Sometimes I keep it very natural looking, other times I look like a fucking drag queen. I don't really have any in between. Today I've gone for a natural look. And I do use a ring light, which does wonders for all of the lighting. I don't use the ring light to try to trick anyone into thinking that my skin is better than what it is or anything. I use it because it just makes my videos look a bit more polished, so that, you know, I don't get all the shadows and poor lighting and everything. So I'll show you what my skin is like without the ring light. I can remember which one. That's me without the fancy lighting. It's just my normal house lighting, and that's the difference with the lighting. That's me with a 10. Isn't it revolting? I don't like that. I'd bring it back to, I can't see now because I haven't got my glasses on, so you're just going to have to put up with whatever it looks like now. Yeah, so Shantell asked me about my skincare routine. First up, I think the best thing you can do for your skin is to start looking after it before you need to. Don't wait until you start to get wrinkles or uneven skin tone and dry skin, oily skin, whatever. Start looking after it before you need to. That's what I did. Plus I usually these days, since I had my weight loss surgery, usually eat very, very well and try to get in at least 2 litres of fluids a day. Since I've been sleeved, I very rarely get in 2 litres of fluid per day. It's just too freaking much for me to be able to drink that much. But I'm probably getting in about 1.5 litres. Mostly coffee, I'll be honest, but that's still fluids. And I've not been eating terribly well over the last couple of months. I'm still eating good food, but I'm also eating a bit of shit as well, and somehow, by some miracle, maintaining my weight. If I were eating better, my skin would look better than what it does now. I can see that it's not as good as what it normally is. Or maybe I've just aged in the last couple of months, because aging doesn't happen gradually, it happens overnight. You get up, you go to bed one night, and everything's fine, and then you get up the next morning and all of a sudden there's a great big deep wrinkle here or whatever. Having said that, I do have some small wrinkles, but I've got nothing too bad. So I'll go over my routine. I actually, when Shantell asked, I messaged back and I said, oh yeah, it's nothing fancy, and it's not, but I'm sitting here now with all my skincare, because I'm not going to just tell you about my face. If I'm going to tell you about my skincare routine, I'll tell you about the whole lot. I buy a lot of shit for my skin. A lot of shit, but most of it's pretty cheap, and whatever's not cheap, I buy on sale or I get as gifts or whatever. So let's start with head to toe body. I make my own exfoliating scrub. Oh, and actually that's what I should tell. No, I'll do that later. I make my own exfoliating scrub. And I use that from head to toe, except for my face. I don't use it on my face because I've got another scrub for that. But if I ran out of that scrub, I would use this on my face as well. And it's, I'll show it to you. It smells amazing, but it looks, you can see what it looks like. And this keeps my skin, I use it probably about once a month. This keeps my skin so soft and smooth that people actually, if they touch me, they comment on my skin. So I've offered to make this for people, and even though they have felt my skin and they can feel how soft it is, they won't use it because of how it looks. It's just ground coffee, brown sugar, eggs, and honey, basically. And I normally put a bit of cinnamon in as well because it smells nice. That's all it is. And I'd mix up like a big container of it, and I just use the cheap, shitty coffee from Woolies. Like it's like $3 or something for a bag. The honey's the most expensive thing in this. So I just make it up, and I keep it in the fridge, and it lasts me for months and months and months, and I love it. And after I do that, I moisturise. Oh, and I'll also say that I'm not affiliated with any of the companies of these products. I'm not getting any kickbacks. I don't get anything out of this. I'm just showing you what I use because I think it's good. After I exfoliate, I use this. It's just Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Glow. It's really cheap. I can't even remember how much this is, like 10, 12 bucks or something. It might even only be $8. I can't remember. And I tend to stock up when I see stuff on sale, so I get it even cheaper. Yeah, moisturise head to toe in this. I call it marinating. I do it on a day where I'm not going anywhere or doing anything, and I can just lay around in PJs or a dressing gown all day, because I really lather this on and just literally marinate in it. And it doesn't feel very nice, but it's worth it. And I use that as well when I shave my legs. Well, sometimes for a special treat, I use this stuff from Lush. It's I think it's an avocado body lotion. I don't know, I just use it and it smells nice and it feels nice. I don't know. Apple infusion, almond oil. I don't know what's in it. It smells nice. That's it there. That's nice. And I use that when I shave my legs as well, although I haven't been doing that too often lately. Then what have I got? I'll go with my chapsticks. This is one I've been using now for about 20 years. It's just a plain strawberry flavoured chapstick. It's got a little bit of colour, but it's such a tiny little bit of colour. This isn't the chapstick I'd actually put on a lip gloss. But I found that wasn't really working too well anymore. My lips were still getting very, very dry. So I switched to trying one of these Nivea ones. It's called Peach Shine, but it doesn't actually have any colour, despite it having colour there. But it smells really good. It smells like peach tea. And I've found my lips have come back to not being dry anymore. So after 20 years of using this, I'm probably going to be switching over to Nivea. Then what have I got? My hands, especially now that we're using hand sanitizer so much and it's drying our hands out, my cuticles are terrible at the moment because, and it doesn't help as well. I used to chew my nails. I chewed my nails really badly till I was about 15. I don't anymore, although I'm keeping them short. But I still pick at my cuticles. If I get a little bit of dry skin on my cuticles, I pick at it. Or, this is really gross, I get my little scissors and I cut it off. I cut off my cuticles. So I try to remember to moisturise at least once a day, normally when I go to bed, because I don't like how it feels on my skin. And that's just a Vaseline Intensive Care hand moisturiser for stronger nails. There is an even better one, but it's a little bit difficult to find. It's an Inoxa one and all, or all in one, or something. That's a really good hand moisturiser, and if I ever see that, I buy up big on that. But that's doing me for the time being. I do like a good face mask, and at the moment I've been switching between this Palmer's Enzyme Clay Mask, which is really nice, and this is a clay mask as well, but it's a L'Oreal, so it's a bit fancy, it's a bit more expensive. I didn't buy either of these face masks, my daughter did, but she lets me use them, and when they run out I'll buy one. This one's fun to use because it's blue, and when I put it on I look like an avatar. And they're both very nice. And sometimes my daughter and I get, we just get them in Kmart, just those little, you can buy them, they're only about $3 each, little face masks and face sheets and stuff. So we every now and then get one of those face sheets and we put it on and we look like an alien, but they do absolute wonders for your skin. Your skin immediately, like you take it off and give it a bit of a massage, rinse it and dry your face, and like straight away you notice a difference in your skin. They're fantastic, and they're dirt cheap as well. If you ever want a face mask that is going to also wax you and rip off half of your skin, try one of these charcoal peel off masks. I don't even know why I've kept this one, because they stick to my face so hard that I really honestly think I take off layers of skin when I use this one. I also use a pore pack on my nose, maybe about once a month. That's not really because I need to, they're just fun to use. I use two different eye things at the moment. I've got this Mario Badescu, which we get from Mecca. This is an expensive eye cream, but it's worth every single cent. I didn't buy this, my daughter got it for me for Mother's Day or birthday or something. This one's a glycolic eye cream, and I think they're about $30, I think, and Mecca doesn't have sales as far as I'm aware. It's a very thick one. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. It's probably reflecting. It's quite greasy and quite thick, but I use this one in the mornings, even if I'm going to be wearing makeup. It goes really well under makeup. It's fine under makeup. But then I got this Olay Deep Hydrating Eye Gel, because there's no oil in it, and I normally have lash extensions, and when you have lash extensions you can't put oil on your eyes because it makes the extensions fall off. So and I don't have extensions at the moment, so I'm using this one at night, just all around my eyes, all the way down to the lash line, which you're probably not supposed to do, but I do, and I do that with this one as well. But when I get my lashes redone, I won't be able to use this one on my top lashes. I'll only use this one underneath my eye area and only in the morning. I won't use it at night, even just underneath my eyes, because when I'm sleeping I have my eyes closed and it will go onto my lashes. So that's what I'm doing with those. At night time, I use all, and this is just what I'm using at the moment. I use all different stuff, and with the exception of one of these products, which I'll tell you when I get to it. It doesn't really matter what you use. This is a Nivea cellular filler with hyaluron in it. It firms and replumps. Now this is definitely a night cream because it is a bit heavier and it does sit on your skin and feel a bit oily. I love Nivea. Oh God, sometimes I buy, you can get Nivea in that old-fashioned tin, it's a very sort of flat tin. I love that Nivea, and it's so cheap, like ridiculously cheap. This one, I got this one this time because it was on sale. I buy whatever's on sale when I run out. So sometimes it's L'Oreal, sometimes it's Olay, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's Garnier. Whatever's on sale. And for night cream, it doesn't matter as long as it just sits on my skin and has that barrier so that my skin doesn't dry out at night time. I like that one. Something else I was going to tell you. It's right here in front of me. I use this Olay Regenerist Advanced Anti-Aging Detoxifying Pore Scrub every single day. It's not a really harsh scrub. It's a very mild scrub, and it just feels really nice. And I do my eyes and everything with it. Give everything a really good massage and all the way down to here. I use that every day, and again, that's not an expensive one. If I pay full price for it, it's $15, but I don't think I've ever paid $15 for it. I think I paid $10 for this one because it was on sale. Sometimes I get it half price for $7.50, and so I stock up. If I do run out of this and it's not on sale, I just don't buy it, and people are going to be outraged over this. I use soap instead. This is reasonably new that I've been using this. I've only been using this for about the last year, and I started using it just because my skin was getting a little bit a little bit dull, and my makeup wasn't sitting well on my face because it was just a bit rough. So that's why I started using this. Prior to that, and I would still do it now if I ran out of that, I just use soap, just Dove, or I think it's called Eco Soap. It's in a little box, and there's one that smells like coconut and one that smells like lemongrass. And while I'm outraging people, I never wash my makeup off before I go to bed. Even, I use my eye creams and, my night cream. I just put that on over the makeup I've got on if I've worn makeup that day. Never wash it off. I never have. But I do wash it off when I get in the shower in the morning. So it does get washed off every day. It just doesn't get washed off before I go to bed at night. So I expect people are just going to be horrified over that. But look at my skin. Hasn't done me any damage. Now, the one product that I absolutely swear by, and I've used almost every day since I was 15, and that's another thing. Oh, I think I already said, start looking after your skin before you need to. 15-year-olds, look at their skin, they don't need to. Start looking after it then. The other tip I would give is, you see on some products, for recommended for skin 40 plus years old, 60 plus years old, 50 plus years old, whatever. If you're 30, don't go and get one that says 40 plus, because it's going to, it's just going to make you look older for some reason. Or that's what it does on me, because that's what I thought I'd do. I thought I'm going to get a jump on this and I'm going to use a product that is much older than what I need, and it just made my skin look shit. So if you're 30, if you're in your 30s, use a 30 plus. If you're in your 40s, use a 40 plus. That's just what you do. Although I don't think any of these have got ages on them, but sometimes I do get stuff that's got ages on them. This Olay I started using when I was 15, and that has been my day moisturiser for now, what would it be, 27, 15, 25, 35, 45, 37 years. 37 years I've been using this, and sometimes I used to get the sensitive one. This is just the normal dry skin, because that's the sort of skin I've got. If I don't moisturise, I get dry here and here and here and oily in here. So it's like combination skin. Sometimes I get the sensitive skin one if it's cheaper, if it's on sale. And it's still cheap. It's gone up a little bit. I think it's normally about $12 or $15. But again, I buy it when it's on sale. But if I run out of this, I'll pay the $15 or whatever it is to get it, because this is my moisturiser. This is the one that this is my magic product. And I like it. I like how it smells. I've been using it since it was called Oil of Ylang. So any of you older people out there, you'll remember when it was called Oil of Ylang. Now, talking about the makeup I've got on, I don't have a lot on today. I don't like a lot of foundation. It just makes me feel all sort of cakey, and it sits in my pores, and it sits and makes all my tiny little wrinkles look like big wrinkles, and I don't like how it feels. I don't like how it looks. The only time I'll do actual heavy foundation is if I'm doing like some sort of costume makeup, like if I'm going to do Harley Quinn makeup or something, and that's very, very rare. So it's mainly only Halloween. I'll show you how much moisturiser I use and how much foundation I use, and I use a range of different foundations, but I've got the one here that I've used today, so you can see that my skin doesn't look like this because I've caked makeup onto it. It's a very, very, very natural look. This is what I've used today. It's a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow or something. I got that to treat myself. I think this one was a bit more expensive. Might have been about $20 or $30 splashed out. Now I use that much moisturiser, which is not much, and you're not going to believe this, how very little I use. That's how much foundation I put on. It's just like that. It's just a tiny little drop, and I mix it all together, and then I use a foundation brush that my daughter got for me. That's been a game changer, having a foundation brush. Mix it all up and use a brush and just like brush it all over, and then bit of powder to set it. That's it. You can still see my actual skin through that. It's not even foundation really, is it? It's just making my own tinted moisturiser. That's it, not much at all. And I usually have a bit left over because I always make too much. So that's it. That is my skincare routine. That's all of it. And it's a lot more than what I thought it was. But I don't mind doing it because I just get into a routine. You know, it seems like a lot, but it's not really. You know, like it's two creams at night time, and, you know, one that I use in the shower and one that I use, you know, a couple of things I use once a month when I exfoliate from head to toe, and, you know, chapstick, you know, probably about 40 times a day. I'm obsessed with chapstick. And then a face mask, probably once a fortnight. Eye cream in the morning, moisturiser. That's it. It looks like a lot, but it's actually not because I'm in a routine with it. So that's it. I hope this video wasn't too dicky. But if you want me to make videos about anything else, just let me know. I'm in ISO. I'm happy to fill my day with little things like this to do, and gives you something to watch as well. So that's all.